you.
NQT Siobhan Croker is worried about treating students fairly, but she takes over 10 minutes to resolve minor disputes like this one. So what's the best way for teachers to manage the issue of fairness?
Right, can we put all that behind us and can we carry on and get some work done? All right. She's not leaving.
I do think it's really important, the whole fairness issue with them, particularly in a situation like that where I didn't know what had happened, and I didn't want to single out one student because I can't. But I needed to know what happened. I needed to get to the bottom of it, and I didn't want to punish anybody without knowing what had happened.
Sometimes there'll be issues of fairness, and we've got to pay attention to it. But sometimes you and I have got to admit that for teenagers, saying something isn't fair is a piece of manipulation.
There's so much potential in this group. Don't waste your time.
Now, I want you to listen really carefully to your language here.
Right, can we put all that behind us and can we carry on and get some work done? If you need to talk to me about what happened, you can talk to me, all right? OK? All right. If you want to talk to me, you can talk to me in a moment, all right?
OK, what are you hearing?
I'm asking a lot of questions. I've had maybe 3 questions, and I, in my head, I'm not asking them. I'm saying to them, this is what's going to happen next. But it sounds to them as if it's a question. Can we put this behind us?
Right, OK.
Siobhan's next move was to talk to one of the girls involved individually.
Right, I think we're going to need to talk to a form tutor about this, OK? Because I think, all right, I think we need to move you into another group.
I'm hearing a lot of, I think I'm going to suggest that. I'm going to ask you to, OK, all right. We just need the language stripped down.
What don't you think's fair?
The fact that I have to move and nothing has to happen to me.
I'm going to speak to him. I haven't spoken to him yet.
Yeah, but it's just so, I find it sometimes it's quite tricky. Just when you're trying to keep your eye on 30 other children, well, the 27 children in there, you're trying to keep your eye on all the other children and deal with what they have and to treat them fairly. And if you waste too much time, the rest of the class are going to possibly get off task.
Lying behind all this, there's a big issue. You just said, and I heard you saying to some of the children in the room, you want to be fair to them.
Yes.
This is obviously a big trigger for you. With this in mind, let's try and spot moments when you could have closed it down.
All right, OK.
Speak to him. Do you remember we talked about last night working in a group, OK? All right? I'm going to speak to your form tutor about this and about what's going on with you as a group, OK? With you, what's happened today, all right?
There's quite a lot of occasions where I could have shut it down, I think.
The standard kind of rules about basic assertive language is you break it down into 3 parts. You receive what's being said to you, you give the positive direction, and then you give an acknowledgement that asks for further compliance.
OK.
So you might say to me, it's not fair. Go on, have a go. Let's do some role play.
It's not fair.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. Now we need to make progress, and I need to see you and Chris working together. Thank you very much. And what we don't do is put conditionals in or ask questions. I wonder if we can put this behind us. Do you think it's OK if?
Right, come here.
Yes.
All of you.
Siobhan then returned to speak to the rest of the group again.
Right, stop. What happened? What happened?
We were doing that scene and she went like that to me. It was an accident.
It was an accident.
What? It wasn't an accident. It was how do you know when you hit her body?
Just tell me to get up and move my seat and go and sit somewhere else in your dominant, assertive leader voice, please.
Could you stand up, John, and sit over there?
Could I?
John, stand up and sit over there.
I don't want to.
John, stand up and sit over there.
Whoa, OK, good. I'm getting frightened of you now. There's a bit of impact there. Let me tell you something. The fairest thing is that all the children in a room can work in an uninterrupted way and they all get the teacher's attention.
That's true.
You've got apparatus for being fair after the lesson.
Right.
And you're prepared to give me a limited time to hear my complaint. But it's not fair to listen to everybody's complaint in a lesson. Your fairness exists in your total relationship with them and the procedures that you follow outside the lesson. But the fairest thing is to keep the lesson going.